What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rudy Rodriguez Show Mott here. We got for you another edition of Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, and leave your comments. We are growing and we are growing and we are growing, man. And I appreciate every single one of you and everyone who jumped on board tonight on the live for about 2+ hours. It was a great time, and I thank y'all for jumping on board, and I thank y'all for continuing to support this channel. This video is very, very, very clear, man. So the AP dropped their rankings on Sunday, and tonight you'll see the CFP come out. But I want to hit on the rankings of the AP for a brief moment because guess what? Their votes are public, and we got to take a look at who voted for whom, when, where. And there's a couple of smart voters in this list, and there's a few really bad ones. And I'm going to specifically talk about, first of all, I want to mention the two smart ones because I want to give my appreciation for people that actually clearly watch football. One of them is David Briggs. David Briggs is out of Toledo, Ohio. His rankings have it as follows: Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Oregon, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Miami at number 8, Notre Dame at number 9, Oklahoma at 10, Alabama at 11, Vanderbilt 12, Texas 13, and BYU 14. Now, he's pretty close to how I'd have it. I would simply have BYU at 12, but that's an other than that, I don't have much argument or much issue with his rankings. He has it the way it should look: Miami, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Alabama. That's exactly how it should look from 8 through 11. This is someone who is using the basic tenets of the CFP criteria and voting based on head to head matchups. The head to head of Miami beating Notre Dame, the fact that Miami crushed Florida and Florida crushed Texas and Texas crushed Oklahoma, and that Oklahoma beat Alabama and that Alabama lost to Florida State. Thank you, David Briggs. You have credibility. Then the next one is Ralph Russo. Ralph Russo has the Hurricanes ranked at number 8 as well. Ralph Russo is from The Athletic out of Brooklyn, New York. His poll is Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, Texas Tech, Oregon, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Miami, Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Alabama, and BYU. Then Texas, Utah, and Vanderbilt. So he has the 8 through 12 exactly how I would have it. Exactly. And here's why I love those two, because those two, first, they show credibility and respect for head-to-head games, which is what we should always be a part of. And here we are right now with a potential 8-9 game where Notre Dame gets to come back to the place of the crime, the scene of the crime, and see if they can get retribution for the criminal acts the Miami Hurricanes inflicted upon them in the season opener. This criminal acts of kicking their tail in front of a national audience. All right. So thank you, Mr. Ralph Russo. Now, this is where I'm going to get into it because there's a few voters who, in my opinion, should lose their voting credentials. Because if you're not biased, you're really bad at not showing it. So we have 4 that ranked Miami at 15th. I'm going to name Blair Kirkhoff, Brian Fonseca, Garland Gillen, and Sean Goodwin. Sean Goodwin is with the Boise, Idaho Statesman, and he has BYU ranked number 5. You can only imagine why. BYU is pretty close to Idaho. So, yeah, you can pretty much deduce that one right there. Garland Gillian is out of New Orleans. WView TV Fox 8. Don't know what his experience is with covering college football, but I didn't know that you put local broadcasters. I mean, he's a sports reporter, but local broadcasters on in voting. I thought it was only writing media type of people, but I mean, I know Reese Davis is in here as well, so But yeah, this guy has Miami ranked at 15. Um, let's see here. And then, so he has Oklahoma at 8, Bama at 9, Notre Dame 10, BYU 11, Vanderbilt 12, Utah 13, Virginia 14, and then Miami. This man got Virginia ranked ahead of Miami, despite the fact that Virginia does not have one decent win on their schedule. Like, not one decent win on their schedule. Come on, man. Stop it. Common opponent of fucking NC State, and Miami drop kicked NC State, and Virginia lost to NC State. Yeah, I guess that's what we gotta do. Scored 9 points against Wake Forest. I guess we should rank Virginia higher than Miami. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So I guess their bad loss to an 8-4 team is not as bad as the bad loss that Miami had. I guess. Yeah, that's right. Then we got, mind you, the lowest ranking for Virginia is someone has them unranked, which I also find crazy. Now, then we got who was next? We've got Brian Fonseca out of New Jersey, the New Jersey Advanced Media and Star Ledger out of Newark. He's got 8 Oklahoma, 9 Alabama, 10 Notre Dame, BYU 11. He has Texas at 12. Bro, you serious, dude? He's got Texas at 12. I guess they just forgot that they got crushed by Florida. I guess. Then Vanderbilt, Utah, and Miami. Wow. Brother, you shouldn't have a vote. Like, this is insane. And then finally, we got Blair Kirchhoff out of the Kansas City Star in Kansas City, Missouri. Oklahoma 8, Bama 9, Notre Dame 10, BYU 11, Texas 12, Vanderbilt 13, Utah 14, and Miami 15. Again, another genius who doesn't watch football, because if you did, you'd know that Florida killed Texas. But I guess that didn't happen. Then at we are ranked number 16 by someone named by Sam McCune, McKewon from the Omaha World Herald in Omaha, Nebraska. He got Oklahoma 8, Notre Dame 9, Bama 10, Texas 11, Vanderbilt 12, BYU 13, Utah 14, USC 15, and Miami 16. USC lost to Notre Dame. USC got blown out by Oregon. USC lost to Illinois. And you got USC right ahead of Miami? Sir, you don't deserve to have a vote in any poll. That's embarrassing. But the worst of them all, and mind you, he was a shit turd last week too when he ranked Miami at number 18. Number 18. But there's been one shit turd who's been up Miami's ass for quite some time. And it's really interesting. It's really interesting because there's a writer by the name of Alex Taylor. Alex Taylor, we should make make sure you make Alex Taylor famous. Because when this stuff is public, I mean, hey, Alex Taylor, even when Miami was undefeated, he had us ranked third, which was the lowest anyone had us ranked. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 people who had us ranked third. And 2 of them were Alex Taylor and Sam McCune. Okay. And the week before, same thing. Alex Taylor. Again. Interesting. Interesting. So this person has had a hard up for Miami for pretty much the entirety of the season. This guy does not like the Hurricanes. It's clear as day. And they have a thing where it says biases. If this guy doesn't have bias, I don't know what bias is. I just don't know. Someone might have to explain to me the definition of bias. It seems like the only time he respected Miami was in week 1 after beating Notre Dame, where he had Miami ranked number 4. After that, we dropped 5. We're at 5. We go back to 4 after we beat up on South Florida. I'm sorry, after we beat up on South Florida and Florida. And then we go to 3 when we're 4-0. We ended up at 3. He never had us higher than 3 all year. Okay. Now, Let's get into this now. He has us ranked number 17. This is the biggest outlier of any voter in the poll. He has and he's from Wyoming. Oh boy. How close is Wyoming to BYU? Pretty close, I'd say. Similar type of folk. Laramie, Wyoming, the Wyoming Tribune Eagle. My friend, you should never in your life have a, and he has a bias here, it says against Florida State. Somehow he's not biased towards Miami, but he sure as shit sounds like it because he has us ranked worse than anybody else in the country. This guy's ranking is so outrageous and outlandish that he doesn't deserve to be voting. And whoever decides who the voters are for this should absolutely I don't know what the word would be, but rescind his voting privileges. I remember there was a point where Dan Lebitard said he would sell his voting privileges to somebody, and then they ended up taking them from him. This is the day where we wish we still had Dan Lebitard voting because obviously he would be voting for Miami in the top 8, where we belong. But this guy's rankings are so outrageous; it's almost criminal in nature. He got Indiana 1. I'm not even arguing that. I would have Indiana number 1 over Ohio State personally. Indiana 1, Ohio State, Georgia, Ole Miss at 4, Oregon at 5, Texas Tech at 6, Texas A&M at 7. He's got BYU at number 8. A BYU team that got beat the hell down by Texas Tech, who he only has 2 spots ranked ahead of. So it's not like he has Texas Tech ranked 2nd or 3rd. He has Texas Tech ranked 6th and BYU 8th. And Texas Tech drop kicked BYU. And here's where it gets good. He's got James Madison ranked 9th. I mean, come on. Come on, man. Like, I can't take you seriously, bro. I can't take, how can we take you seriously? You're a discredit to your profession. James Madison lost to Louisville by 14. James Madison lost to Louisville by 14. They have a 14-7 win over Georgia State, who went 1-11. I guess he didn't watch that game. He's probably never seen James Madison play a singular game. They have a 24-14 win over Louisiana, who went 6-6. They have a 35-23 win over Marshall, who went 5-7. They have a 24-20 win over Washington State that they celebrated, and Washington State was 5-7, I believe, as well. I'm sorry, 6-6. And yeah, they beat Coastal Carolina 59-10. They beat Appalachian State 58-10. They beat Texas State 52-20. Old Dominion 63-27. Georgia Southern 35-10. Liberty 31-13. And Weber State 45-10. This team has not played a singular team with a pulse outside their conference. And the one that they did, they lost to. That's their one loss. I give James Madison all the credit in the world. They're being a Division I AA school just a few years ago and already being in this conversation. But you cannot sit here with a straight face and tell somebody that a team that's played this schedule is ranked number 9 in the country. This is they have a thing where it says, this is the extreme pick. The extreme pick. This pick is 5+ spots from the actual ranking. Then he has Oklahoma at 10, Notre Dame 11, Alabama 12, and then he gets another extreme pick. North Texas, again, extreme pick. This pick is 5+ spots from the actual ranking. North Texas. I can pretty much stop you right here at North Texas because you know who North Texas, they're 11-1. You know who they lost to? They lost by 27 points to South Florida. They lost by 27 points to South Florida. They got wins over Lamar, Western Michigan by 3. Western Michigan, I don't know what their record is. They were 8-4, but at the time they were 0-2 when they played North Texas. Washington State, Army, South Alabama. It's fucking disgraceful. This is mind-blowing. South Florida, they lost to by 27. UTSA, Charlotte, Navy, UAB, Rice, and Temple. Yeah, they blew out Temple. They blew out Rice. They blew out UAB. They blew out Navy. They blew out Charlotte. They blew out UTSA. Congratulations. Congratulations. You lost to a team that Miami beat by 37. You got beat by 27 by a team that Miami beat by 37. And you got this team ranked number 13. Then he's got Texas at 9-3. Again, let's go. I haven't hit on the Texas thing for the other people because we all know Texas lost to Florida and Miami crushed Florida. So, and they're a 3-loss team. So apparently that loss never happened. They never played, and we just ignore that it exists. Vanderbilt at 15, and here's another. By the way, here's another extreme pick. Tulane, number 16, 10-2. Tulane, and they play North Texas. Tulane is 10-2. They have a 45-10 loss to Ole Miss. So their only non-conference game against a good team, they got beat by 35 points. They did beat Duke 34-27 at home. We all know what Duke is. Duke sucks. They're 7-5, and somehow they're going to be in the ACC championship. But yeah, Duke sucks, and they beat them 34-27. They beat South Alabama 33-31. They beat Northwestern. They beat East Carolina 26-19. They beat Army 24-17. That's a 6-5 team. They lost to UTSA. UTSA is 6-6. They lost to UTSA by 22 points. So they lost by 35 to Ole Miss, and they lost an in-conference game to a 6-6 team by 22 points. They did come back and beat Memphis. They beat it by 6, which was a good win for them. But let's be real. They beat FAU. They beat Temple. They beat Charlotte. They never played USF, which is actually which is pretty much what probably got them into the conference championship. But this guy's got this team ranked 16th, a team that lost by 35 to Ole Miss, that lost to an in-conference team who's 6-6 by 22 points. I mean, the amount of we're crucified for having a 26-20 game in overtime at SMU. We're crucified for a 24-21 game against Louisville, and they get a reward for losing by 22 to a 6-6 UTSA game. And then finally, he has Miami at number 17, which is also an extreme pick. It is, again, 5+ spots from the actual ranking. He has Miami ranked lower than anybody. He has Tulane ranked higher than anybody. He has North Texas ranked higher than anybody. And he's got James Madison ranked higher than anybody. This guy has the 4 most extreme picks of any voter in college football. 25 teams, and he has 4 of them right here. I'm sorry. And then I left out the fact that he also has 2 more at the bottom of the rankings. UNLV at 10-2, +5, extreme pick. They're not ranked. And he has New Mexico, again, +5. New Mexico, 9-3. They are not ranked. So he's got 6 extreme rankings in 25 teams. Does he take his job seriously, or is this a joke? This has to be a joke. This is a joke. This is the type of shit that truly, truly, truly makes you believe that this trash is all rigged. Because there's no sane human being on the face of planet Earth that believes that Tulane, North Texas, and James Madison are better than the Miami Hurricanes. Like, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? And this is why the Miami Hurricanes are not ranked higher. You got voters like this who underrank the Hurricanes on purpose for whatever reason that they do. And when I see this, yeah, this is what happens. Like, this is insane. This is insane. To watch Miami beat Pittsburgh 38-7, and Miami last week by Alex Hill was ranked 18th, and they only moved up to 17th. Bro, what are you watching? Do you watch football? Do you watch football? Even the guy the week before who had Miami at 17, he moved them up to 13. Now there's a few that had them at 15 last week that still have them at 15. Brian Fonseca and Garland Gillen. They didn't move them an inch. Interesting, huh? Interesting. Hell, Blair Kirchhoff, who had Miami at 14 last week, moved us down after winning 38-7. This is insane, bro. This is insane. These people should all lose their voting privileges. But Alex Taylor is glaring. He's the Mr. Extreme. He is Mr. Extreme. Make sure y'all blow him up. Make him famous. He wants to be famous. Clearly, he has that Joey Galloway itch. He wants to be famous. So you might as well make him famous, because how else do you have accountability for bullshit like this? How else? How else can there ever be accountability for bullshit like this? You're affecting people's lives with your voting, and you lack credibility. It's flabbergasting. It's flabbergasting. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. This is Hurricanes Unfiltered, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.